Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Hello, this is Divine Sunshine. I am coming to you with a channeled message. I'm noticing some trends. I just want to talk about that. I'll sprinkle in a card here and there. This is going to be kind of short and brief. One new message, okay, for you guys. Since again, apologies, but no apologies in some ways. Like, wow, really? That I'm not on here as much. When I go back to work, my videos become a little bit more shortened and more abbreviated. I kind of almost follow K Moon. I might be on here depending on like the moon energies or when guided. Again, so I will be scaling back a little bit, or it may not. I might be on here. This is also my relief as well, and I get in tune with spirit too as it guides me as well. So I just want to kind of give you all a heads up about what the changes is going on with that. And most time, the summer is over, I kind of go back into helping out the other mission, which is again with the kids and being in the classroom. Again, I did a past life regression session, and I seen her having also a double mission too as well, as far as education and then also spiritual. We have to remember that again, we always have mission. It's 3 mission. It's four. It's the mission of the connection. It's the mission of also, well, can I just bear me 5? Now, how many missions is it? This the mission of self. It's the mission of the connection. It's the mission of the world, and it's the mission of again, the spiritual too as well, and then also with source. So it's five missions. Okay, and I see the number 5, so that is that, to be able to use your intuition into end cycles as well. But the reason why it's on here as well is to really truly have an understanding of there is a trend of, and I'm seeing that it was backed up with Steve Tarot, and then my mom had a dream with my dad too as well, and I figured that needed to be shared. Not a dream, but it was a song, because you know how DMs contact us through songs. A lot of understanding that now the DM energy is understanding that person is the tops, that they are really truly it, like it's the BAE. Like I said, 0 no higher. Remember when we used to kids, like they call numbers like I'm 1, I'm 2, and it's like I'm 0 no higher. Is really understanding that the divine feminine energies is none other like that, in within and so without. It's more so of a push out. Within always knew, but it's the outside, the out, or the showing of physically that it is. This understanding about this union thing. I did a past life regression session with a young man as well, and he told me that I could share. That really they were laughing. His guys was laughing at us talking about this union and this physical stuff, and he was like, "Listen here, that's small stuff. Y'all already in union." This has been kind of going on. I think K Moon had backed that up too, and I was like, that was interesting. That same weekend, I told you that they're going to be dropping jewels on us that beforehand they didn't let us know. So it's no more about trying to be union. What you're asking for, and with the universe, you got to get real specific with it. Say, okay, I get it. I'm already in union with my person. I get it now. It was a little lost in translation there as far as how I was putting my orders in. I see some movement out there. But what I'm asking for is the human, like the physical thing of what they call union is about, which means I want the person physically there, ha jokes, because the universe always they got jokes. They're saying they don't understand. They know darn well what we're asking for. The order, they almost like a person you going through the drive-through and like, hello, I want 2-piece with fries, and you hear that muffled way goes in. Excuse me, you want fry and a pop? No, that's not what I asked for. I asked for 2-piece, and I want sweet tea And you know that, and they're like, okay, and I want an extra fry. Okay, let me read it back to you. You want sweet tea, fried, okay, and that's all. No, that's not what that, you know. So again, they got jokes. They hear what they were saying. They know what they mean. But again, get more specific and saying again, yes, I do have union. You're right, that I did have that is true. I asked for union. I thought we kind of understood what it mean. I want union as far as us with the person physically, as far as human standards. You understand it? Because again, their thing, the physical in that way, you are at union. You are, or you know your person, that's union. You got to, you know who they are, whether it's 50 in the 3 or D or whatever, you're already in union. The thing is again that you want that form again, like according to human standards, union where it's all together lovey-dovey, is positive, you learning from each other, you're growing spiritually, that coming together, that aspect. Lot of it again is 50 is already union. It's just about it bringing it down. Some of it on our ends is not safe to bring it down into the 3D because we got some stuff that we still got to work on. We are still, I'm seeing say last day, learn the power of active dreaming. Okay, that's a good thing too. Some of us can't really actively dream and see this or envision. Our third eye is kind of clouded and it's kind of blocked. We got to open that up, especially on the DM side and our DM energies, not just because the masculine, both as well. And has to learn how to be able to actually see this. And some of us are having a hard time seeing it because of, we got, like I did the past life regression session, there's some childhood wounds that's going on, there's some past lies that's still playing out. Like I had did with one of my sessions there, the scene about this abandonment and this rejection from other lifetimes is still playing out into now. Don't know how and why it is, but this theme is like a ticker taper or like a computer that's running off an old program that you thought you had deleted and got rid of, but it's still playing out now. This is what's going on and happening. That's that thing of, again, we thinking that the coffee pot, like Kathy D says, has been cleaned, and it's like, okay, it ain't really the coffee pot. It's like the maker who made the coffee pot is making some flawed stuff. And so now we got to again go back to the drawing board and just get rid of it and maybe not buy that coffee by whomever it is, Black and Decker or whatever. Don't sue me if it's Black and Decker people out there. Whatever, don't get them no more, you know. And so this is where we are at now. Get KitchenAid, you know, better. This is where we are now on this journey. A lot of still working with self. A lot of us is still, the main thing of union is really union of self. Really practicing forgiveness. This compassion and unconditional love with our twin is really coming up and really digging deep. I seen K Moon came and said that too, and that goes with that compassion, because if you haven't forgiven, you really truly don't have compassion or again unconditional love. I can see a poem is like really though, are you really being compassionate though? Really though, are you really practicing unconditional love? Like really? And so that's again is something that you got to kind of really check and see. Are you doing surface? Are you doing, of course, according to social media? Are you doing according to what is expected from your family? This is how we show compassion, but we still throw digs at you later on. That is something that we have to go back and revisit. The DM energies is for some of them that have been kind of coming from those dark families that believe in manipulation, doing things, I say, stealing something, taking things that's not theirs, following the Joneses, not being their authentic self. That is something that's got to be cleared out of the system. Ooh, that's a beautiful sky. That's beautiful. And that again, helping to be able to look up, keep your head to the sky, look up, more light, That kind of imprinting is now being kind of like removed from the divine masculine energies now, that I'm being guided, because now I'm kind of channeling too as well. That's got to be worked on. Some of them, again, I said before, are not able to hear nor understand because of the darkness. Some hearts of the divine masculine energies are now being opened as well, and some of them are now remembering who the divine feminines are, in the 3D, in the physical. When we talk about across the boards and saying, yeah, this is my person. No more playing about that as well. And some of us are really getting real and maturing in our divine masculine energy. Some of that kind of childhood ways, seeing 777, some of that childhood ways of doing things, you're seeing that they don't really kind of work. Also, we're getting some aha moments about people around us and seeing their part in there. And I'm in agreement with Steve Terrell. He has said the same thing, where we're getting to the point that maybe I'm not as stuck as I think I am. Maybe I've given my power away to make myself to believe the illusion of what's going on, and it's giving us some more courage about like this situation. Like, no, there's some openings here. I'm seeing now that I am divine. I'm seeing that, again, these things that are around me are no longer really having that foothold on me. And as soon as I'm seeing this all clear sign being given to me by divine, I'm out of here. You know, karmics, I'm going it down the line. I'm feeling this too as well. The karmics, some of them are still, again, holding on. But I feel like, again, it's coming up there, the universe is say, okay, all right, then we keep on trying with you and seeing you can let go. I had seen one of somebody's tarot reading, I think it's Touch of Tarot, and she was talking about the karmics too as well. That was a real good one. One of the reasons why they were staying in it, because past lives, some of them just out of revenge. Some of them know that the time is up. They don't want to be there. They're no longer interested either. Some of them, what I thought was very interesting, what she had said was that they were just there. They're just friends right now, you know. Something about the connection with the children is keeping them there too as well. And so these are the things that's going on with the karmics. Not everybody across the board, but some of them is like, again, they came in, that one person was the love of the life, but they're seeing now that that person is not the DM or the divine feminine, whoever it is in these karmic situations, seeing that they are not. And, you know, again, they're disillusioned about it, but some of them just don't want to let go because of just, again, it could be revenge or betrayal of what happened, you know, and they're just like, I'd rather stick with the devil I know. I don't want to let go. However, I still feel that, again, if that the karmics have somebody that's waiting for them, but they're scared to go on ahead and make this major step, but they know these karmics across the board, and I would bet money on that. I already know that it's love lost. Like you say, ain't no love lost. No, it's love lost. They know that they just in there just buying time. Spirit is issuing out a warning to these karmics, though. I'm seeing this flame moving. Is that your time is up? I'm hearing them say it has expired, and you have been overdue. Like a library, they told me these books is overdue. Your time is overdue. For you to be checking out or bringing back. That's what they say in the opposite. Bringing back this divine lover back to source, back to where they're supposed to, or either source or them coming back to home so they can be able to be put back on the shelf or whatever, like a library, for them to gain this knowledge. Because some of them, you know, they ain't gonna come running after the karma does release you. There's some things that they show in this library, so it's almost like a cash record. Some things got to be kind of redone, reassigned, relearned. Some knowledge has got to be, for me to be in the library, it's some knowledge that's got to be gained by them bringing back the divine, the chime there. So that means that you know it's divine. You hear the chime, is divine message that I'm bringing to you. This is a confirmation, but they are getting to the point that they have to, again, it's time for them to check them back in, these divines, and some of them are not. And I told you the story about my dad, and that keeps on bringing it back to me over and over again. If they not, God forbid that they are going to be asking for something very damaging or traumatic or something really detrimental. That's a better word to put there. That's going to happen because they're not releasing them as supposed to. There's some dates, there's some timelines that others, when we're doing this, it's not just only you involved. There's some other things that because of you coming together with that person or that your divine counterpart being released from that, they could be able to help others from that. Some of them, they're like damaged goods or they can't do anything with that baggage in tow. So that is going to make it very hard for them to be able to let go and to get into the flow and for them to really know as far as what they're supposed to do because of that energy being around. And so that's where they are, is where they've got to now come to the point where it's time to check them in. I'm seeing them like actually in the library with these books, like putting the person on the counter and saying, I'm checking them back in. They know their time is up. Now how it transfers, it was said, I remember, what's her name, Patricia, which said it takes, what'd she say, it just take 3 weeks, something about 3 weeks, or a month, or 3 months for that stuff to kind of filtrate and find its way coming down. Some way of it is the power of 3 as well, to understand for this to come to fruition. But their time is up. I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry. That's again about that. I guess that's the theme of it. It's like, again, the universe is like it's taking on that kind of thing. I told you to let it go and just let it flow, and we will give you back. It reminds me of that story that was told. I remember Raquel stated that about the teddy bear. You got this beat up divine counterpart that you thought was the soulmate of the year, and it's time for you to let it go so the universe can give you something better that's better suited for you. This big old prize from the carnival bear, and you're not letting it go. You're still on this tattered, torn one. To you it looks tattered, like again somebody else's trash is another man's treasure. For the divine feminine or the divine masculine that's waiting for their counterpart, this is a treasure because they're made for them. When you look at it, you're not going to see all that special coding and all that stuff in there, as well. It's showing me like in a movie, like something like that. I'll say, oh, that's just a wall. But then, somebody hits the code on there and put their fingerprint and their face up there. It opens up and you got it's a regular party behind there. It's a casino. You're like, dang, that was all behind there? Say, yeah, but you didn't know the code, so you can open it up to get to the divineness of this person, because it wasn't for you to put in the code. You can only go so far. I'm in the house, it's a mansion, this is beautiful, but, somebody told me it's what they call it, oh Lord, them speakeasies up in here, like back then in the 20s. But you like, I ain't got no access, I ain't found it. It's like, yeah, but it's a party right there. They got booze and everything back there. You ain't found it? Because you don't know the code. They ain't letting you in because you ain't the one. So, so that's where we are. You're welcome. This is where we are at this point on this journey. So just continue to, again, look at self, as well. I wanted to see about what's happening with the energies for the divine masculine very quickly. I did say I was going to draw cards. I'll take it to that one. I'm saying 25, but that's fine. What's going on, clear, with the divine masculine energy, saying that now you're the tops. Now they saying that you're zero, no higher, or you're a babe beyond anyone else. You're truly babe. What's going on with that energies? Why is that going on? Rest and rejuvenation. I think because of the separation, to me, again, it's not been more of you pulling back the energies. I'm picking that up too as well. Rest and rejuvenation. Something has, again, I keep on saying something has rebooted. Again, to me, this is like becoming more centered, more spirit field, more spirit sending things into the energy fields too as well. 19 is the callus. Number 2, it's been a push with that, with some of us being off and doing our own things, being solo dolo, really regenerating our own energies as well. I feel that, again, that has caused for the divine masculine energies to come really into themselves, be identified with being in the flow, and now they know that, okay, this is it. You are zero and no higher. You are bait. So this is one thing that's going on. What's going on with the divine feminine energies here? Healing of the past here. I feel like the divine feminine energies are doing the work of healing too as well. And I've seen also a lot of them saying, yeah, okay, now you know who I am, now it's time for you to move forward. But some of them can't move forward because there's this healing of the past. That's that forgiveness that I've talked about. This got to happen with the divine feminine energies. And some of that stuff is in the past. Some of them, again, is past life regression session. I talked about this. This is a confirmation. Talked about also, it's going through the thing there. Past life regression sessions, abandonment issues in childhood, those things about things that have even had transpired between you and the twin or your counterpart or your other self as well. There has to be some healing that's got to be going on with that. So this is what's going on with the divine feminine energy. So I'm just doing one card thing, and I'm so glad because I said that at the beginning. I'm like Steve, and you can tell I'm loving on Steve now. With him, his readings, I listen to him, which is, again, is confirmation. I talked about that at the beginning, and it comes right on back and says that. As far as what the divine feminine energy is about this forgiveness thing as well. Let me get some quick advice because I said 25 and I'm out and I'm hungry. I did my hair. I'm praying that it all comes out well too as well. I was like, I should hide behind something. I'm not hiding behind nothing. Clear. It is what it is as well. So what is it for twin flames? I'm saying that right now it's about patience and stillness. That's the same thing with the divine masculine, understanding that it's tops now as well. Interesting, you got the divine feminine being really naked and looking towards the moon, really getting into her divine feminine energies. Really at this point become patience and be stillness, rely upon your intuition and your awareness to be your guide as to where you're going. Some things to me when I see this back here, some things you got to turn your back to, and while you're in this process, kind of again go into that retreat mode or that hermit mode and really get with oneself. Some people in this stage here that you're going through, you're going to have to show people the ass. Like I said, kiss my grits, as Flo used to say on Mel's Diner. You know, yeah, you can kiss my ass. My whole entire, this right here, whole entire ass, because right now you're standing in, to me, she's getting more of a groundedness in her emotions and as far as the divine feminine energies as to where you are. And so some of them, again, like that karmic, like I said, energies about these person, places, things, and situations. There's time, especially if you're in that point where you're saying zero no higher, I know that now you're beyond anyone else. There's time to show people the door. You can't have a Burger King your way, and be cake and eat it too, and you know that this person is that, because now that's going to the point of you being devaluing that person. You're not really honoring that person, and you know that on this twin flame journey, it's not about your person, but that's also reflected back to you. That's how are you honoring yourself? Are you really putting yourself first? With doing that, that's devaluing yourself and what your intuition awareness has told you, and now you're not even listening. And that's what happened in my past life regression session on one that the guys kept on telling you, don't listen to us, you don't even listen to yourself, so you got to get yourself more on board with that. And so this is what it is here again. And we got this in reverse, which means they really want us to understand no matter which energy you're in, divine feminine and divine masculine energies, understanding here it says you are supported. And that's what they were kept on telling the young lady in her thing. You are supported. In your spirit, you know you are supported. What I think, again, is the question mark is, or they say the denouement of us coming to the precipice of the climax of everything is that you're supported. You're supported in whatever endeavors or road or path that you choose to take. Again, if you're saying, hey, you feel that and you know that with the karmic energies and the karmic situation, that, hey, it's time to say bye. I like to say bye on my own terms before you send in this big they say a detrimental situation that's going to happen. Let me do it on my own terms, and do the walk, and doing that. And that to me is where, spirit really wants you to kind of land on and doing that, take your own spiritual feet and actually doing that. You are supported. As far as I'm gonna pick for as far as this karmic situation, what the spirit want us to do, release and surrender in your spirit. Just let go. This is interesting. This was for the Aries. I remember that. So again, we got Gemini and Mars, right? Their actions, about that. So really about just throwing up both your hands. She looked like I ain't got no worries about this. I'm just really just like release and let it go. In her own way. And this is what they're saying about this karmic situation. If you're in a karmic situation there right now, Spirit is saying again, release and let it go. You're supported. Let us go ahead and do the work. That's what Spirit was even telling me this morning about that. Let Spirit do the work. Let us go on ahead and if you've asked and you said, and some of them, I think, in one of them, yes, she was saying she wanted to be revengeful from the touch of tarot, and they're saying that they're very mass manipulators, and you try to do things, and they said this the person that was involved with this karmic, she was saying there, whether it's masculine or feminine energies that was involved with it, was really saying, and I like how even Steve is saying again, it's the runners, because sometimes that don't even go. So whoever's, I don't call it the runner, he calls it the runner, you all call it the runner, I call it the explorer, the ones that want to go out there in the world and to learn from other different people outside of the connection. The explorers are really understanding that by being in this energies, those explorers are being manipulated, and just really being submissive. It's like, I don't even feel like fighting. This is wasting my time, my energy. But understanding that it's the difference between surrendering and just submitting and submission about that. And so again, to submit to me is to lose your power. Spirit just brought that to me. But when you surrender, you're not ever, and they say you can say never, you're never powerless in that situation, because you are letting the Spirit to empower you, and there's power in you standing, and you're not saying again, I'm not making any movements, I'm allowing Spirit and Source to make my next move for me. And there is power in that. There's a little bit of some energies. I think about this collectiveness is some doubt. I can feel that across the board. Doubt in self, doubt about what I'm going to do, but there's still a push of knowing that you want to do it. You want to make this next move. It's just the scared about this knowingness, and that goes back to again about these situations, just release and surrender. All right, then, when 2 minutes over, I said 25, I was out. So thank you so very much. If you're interested in getting a reading with me, go to divineunisource11.co as well. If you want to get a past life regression session, like they said about the past, you can go to AshantiWellnessCenter.com. That sale is still good into the end of August, and then August, that will be it. I'm kind of being led to say extended to September the 15th. Okay, and I will do that September the 15th. I don't know what's going on September the 15th. That number came to me, so we can extend it to them, and we can stop there in case some of you all did not have a chance. I can put water in there. Did not get a chance to partake in it. I really say that you need to. It's some good stuff in there if I get time. And I've been guided, and be slowly whenever I have the time and Spirit opens up and allow me to. I was going to, the young man that allowed me to do his past life regression session, I'm going to chop up some of he's got like a whole bunch of, like a whole novel or textbook about what Spirit is saying about the twin flame journey and how we should go about it, and how other things play a part, even like galactical influences and relationships too as well. I'll get into that too as well, because that to me could be just a lesson in itself about what he had said. He told me I could release it too. I could release the whole thing, but I think it needs to be done with guidance. I think if I throw it out there all together, some of you I was like, okay, I get it, I don't understand it with that, and I don't want to give that because it's got a lot of good information in there for you to know. All right then, so thank you so very much. This is going to take up for my this week's with you all message. So again, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste and now I'm going to go. Love you. Until next time.